Let's face it, no one ever left home to become one with the crowd. No one ever hit the road without a drive and without a need to succeed. No one, never. Because the whole idea to start on your own is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion, and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in. It has always been who we are. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day, we bring exciting and high potential franchise business opportunities from across the industry. Over the past 27 years, Franchise India has proudly helped thousands of investors finding the right franchise business opportunity and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. Franchise India as world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to make sure your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct opportunity to connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, understand the business opportunities in detail, and also gives you opportunity to ask any sort of questions that you may have related to the brand, the business, the investment, the growth, before you take the final decision. In today's webinar, we will introduce MIBot Ventures. MIBot Ventures, India's first of its kind of robotic AI and STEM focus edtech company, built with the vision of empowering the next generation with future-ready skill through hands-on and experiential, the learning. The brand operates at the intersection of education, technology, and innovation, delivering structured robotic and STEM programs for learners from kindergarten to university level. With a rapidly expanding footprints all across India and global ambition, MIBot is scaling through a strong franchise-led model to make advanced STEM education accessible and affordable for every student. To talk more about this opportunity, I'm joined with Archana Iyengar. She is the Chief Marketing Officer, along with my colleague Imran, who is the Key Account Manager for this brand and responsible for the southern part of expansion. So in case if anyone would have any question related to the brand and the business, you can put all your queries into the Q&A box. We will of course give you all the answers once the presentation is over. Now I would invite Archana to let's get started with a little bit of your introduction, and then we will move on to the presentation part.
Thank you, Bharat. Thank you for the kind introduction, and happy to join Franchise India in the moment to, have more entrepreneurs travel their journey and join multiple different brands grow. This is a great initiative by Franchise India, and we are happy to be part of the Franchise India family. So, and hope to see multiple growths in our business too. So that is the main reason why we joined Franchisee India, because we had absolute faith that our brand can grow multifolds and in different directions. So yeah, first I would like to thank you and your team for making this webinar happen and connecting us to multiple different stakeholders. And I look forward to connecting with every one of you and answering to your queries. So before we get on to the presentation, a small introduction about myself. I am part of the MIBot management team, where I handle the marketing and expansion and growth for MIBot. MIBot is fairly a baby company to our larger organization, which is called the Astra Group. Astra Group has been in business for about 35 years. We have always been in the field of exploration and innovation. So Astra, as a parent company, we are into oil and gas from manpower management to oil and gas drilling to machineries. And we also have about 10 different organizations under the Astra Group's umbrella. And MI Bot just joined as a newbie to the organization. It's just about a year old. And with the steadfast vision to grow in the field of education and robotics, we felt a necessity that the education system is slumping, and the students are still learning the old age thing, which is also necessary, but it is getting irrelevant in the current era where the students have to be upgrading themselves into the innovative space and the technology space. That's where we found a niche, and we started a robotic wing, where we work with education and also industry. What I'm going to be presenting today is the segment which is completely in the education space, where we want more partners to work with us in making our dream come true. So in the education space, what we do is we have created curriculum starting from about kindergarten to the university level, where we train the schools and individuals and the students in terms of getting robotic hands-on learning experience through our curriculum and our products. This is what our core competence is, and this is what we are doing, which I'll be explaining in detail when I share the presentation. If there's any question before we move on to the presentation part, any more introduction that needs to be done, Bharat?
Not right now, but yes, I will really encourage everyone, all our viewers, in case if you have any question, you please keep sharing your questions into maybe the Q&A, the chat. It's okay, fine, no problem, and we will take them up. So let's start, with the presentation.
Give me a few seconds. I'm just
No problem. Yeah,
my
please.
presentation. Yeah. Can I share? I think the presentation is already there. Should I share the presentation?
Yeah, I mean, it is shared through a mobile. If possible, you join through the laptop, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, that would give a better picture.
Okay, somebody else has shared, so I'm going to, yeah. Is my page visible?
Not right now.
Not right now? Okay, just 1 second.
Imran, you have this at your end?
I'm downloading it.
Bharat, I have the presentation with me. Do you want me to share my
Yeah, if possible,
screen?
please. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Just 1 second. Okay, here it is. Is it visible to everyone?
Yeah. Please make it to full screen if possible.
That is on full screen. I've opened a
It's okay,
PDF
fine, no
actually.
problem. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right. Okay, Archana, you can go on and you can just let me know whenever you want me to navigate further. I will move the
Yeah.
slide.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nikita.
No
Thank you.
worries.
So, this is just a basic introduction screen about MI bot. I'd mentioned that, we are a part of a bigger group. We want to deliver robotics and AI and STEM education program to young minds and innovation, create innovation for the future. So, through this partnership, we would like to work with schools, universities, and communities by building robotic labs and robotic facility wherein students can come and get empowered with robotic learning. This is a basic introduction slide. I think unless we have any further questions regarding this, we can move on to the next ones. Okay, so our vision is to lead the STEM education program through robotics and AI learning from kindergarten. So when we say, usually when it comes to robotics or any kind of tech learning, it is always starting from grade 5 or 6 or from the higher grades. So we wanted to inculcate the learning of technology from a very, very basic level. That is our vision. So we have created programs and curriculums that is relevant for even kindergartners, where learning should be more fun. So we have our programs where the learning is more fun without using gadgets. These days, to engage with students without giving them gadgets or technology is a big challenge. So we wanted to break this this whole system of having the learning process through a gadget using phone or any kind of tab or even laptops or computers for that matter. So we want to inculcate the learning process starting from a very young and a very small startup stage by teaching them coding practices without using any kind of gadgets or technology using mobile phones or laptops. This is our complete vision, and our mission is to take robotics to multiple schools and to industries, where we are training the students from the very elementary stage and also making them future ready, where they learn the skills and which will be relevant for future in incorporating their learnings into the industry level. This is our mission, and we can move on to the next size. So the market size, what we have understood and where we have discovered is there is a huge opportunity for robotics. We are talking about market size only in India at this point in time, where we have the capability to present it to state board schools, CBSE schools, matriculation, and also the IB schools. So in within Tamil Nadu, we are just giving you an example as to what we are currently doing. We have already we have done demos with about 25 odd schools and presented it to about 3,000 plus students, where we have found that they are really interested in taking robotics as their future for their education. When it comes to robotic, it is not just one field of learning, it is multiple field of learning. And the opportunity is enormous here, because we are talking about the market size, where in every state we have different syllabus of school, but our curriculum is uniform for all the syllabus. It's not like, state board has a different syllabus. It's not like how we are having a school system where state board has a different way of learning, different books and different curriculum. But when it comes to our curriculums and syllabus, it is across the board, it is same. And we have also created our LMS portal, which I'll be talking in detail in the later slides, which is multilingual. So even if we are going to take it to the state board schools, where English is not a prominent language, English is not the medium of learning, the students can learn in the local language, because we have made sure that the learning has to be easy, and it is spread across to all communities, on all kinds of students. Now we can move on to the next slide, Nikita. Okay, so where we have the opportunity, the market opportunity, and the key drivers are the government initiatives. The government initiative, by talking about the government initiatives, we are talking about directly working with state government and government-driven schools, where this is done by government now with Tamil Nadu government, and now Kerala government has also made it mandatory that to include AI and robotics as part of their integral curriculum for classes starting from 8th and above. So this is something that is a opening for us, where the similar cases incorporated in multiple other states as well, where robotic and AI is becoming an integral part of the curriculum, where the students are taught about AI and robotics, where this is a great opportunity for us to tap into these initiatives run by the government schools and the government themselves in providing our services to these schools, because this is a end-to-end solution for what they are looking for, and this is a robust curriculum that we are offering. And the STEM education program, when it comes to STEM, it is currently where we are talking about technology, which is just a glorified physics lab that is currently provided to the schools, whereas we don't necessarily say we are just part of STEM. We are more in a revolutionary movement in making AI and robotics as a mandatory field of excellence for all the schools, because robotics is going to be entering into all different streams, starting from a healthcare to manufacturing to the construction and multiple different industries. So we don't just qualify or confine ourselves into STEM education program where we see technology and we're providing technology only in the space of physics or chemistry. We are talking about industry-wise segregation where robotics become an integral part of it. And edtech expansion is, again, we are talking about technology company where they are incorporating robotics and AI into the field of. This is the long term, this is the market opportunity we have identified. And as we have mentioned here, this is a 7.9 billion market size opportunity by the year 2035. This is the market opportunity we are talking about. Let's move on to the next slide. So when it comes to now, we are going to talk directly about the business. We are, which is what we have gathered here about. So we have segregated our business model into three different avenues, where one is the unit franchisee, another one is the area franchisee, and a master franchisee. When we are talking about unit franchisee, any individual entrepreneurs who are looking to have a business opportunity in their area, where they want to bring in education, especially robotics and AI as a avenue of business opportunity they have. And with a very minimal investment of anywhere between 18 lakhs to 20 lakhs. Our business opportunity for a unit franchisee is starting off with 18 lakhs, where I will give you a breakdown of what and all would they be getting in the 18 lakhs and how the 18 lakhs will grow and what is going to be ROI. We will talk about it in detail in the next, the forthcoming slides. And in a unit franchisee, any individual, they don't necessarily need to have a tech background or any kind of, educational background. Yeah. Am I going too fast, Bharat?
No, it's okay.
Okay, if I'm going too fast, please let me know so I can slow down a bit so everybody is understanding what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you, Surab. So in a unit franchisee, anybody can become our partner, where you don't have to, for that matter, all the three franchisee for that matter, you don't have to necessarily have an educational background or you don't have to have a tech background. What a unit franchisee is, you can create a single center. This is more like experience center in your locality, where you can work with students in your locality, conduct robotic classes, after school classes or weekend robotic classes, wherein we will be giving you complete kits and curriculums for you to access. And we also train you in the program for you to conduct these robotic classes to the students in your locality. Apart from this, a unit franchisee owner can also work with schools. If they have a good rapport with schools in the locality or in the surrounding area, they can work with the schools in conducting STEM education program as a part of their after school program, where they can invite students to come and participate in the STEM education program. And where they can do the same training, robotic training, along with the teachers, and enroll students in the school and collect a fee for it. This is the unit franchisee we are talking about. Again, like I said, I will be elaborating in details as to how this will be worked. And a area franchisee is a multiples of unit franchisee. A partner in a X area can take, sorry, I'm not in the position to attend the meeting. Okay. So the area franchisee is something where a partner takes for the entire area. For example, if we are talking about area X, so we franchisee India has segregated the whole area for each and every state, area wise, saying north, south, east, west. So if that is the segregation we are talking about, we will be allocating the area franchisee to those who are wanting to take a area franchisee for the north part of that particular city, and they'll be working. So they will have up to 4 unit franchisees given to them, and they can allocate the 4 unit franchisee to 4 different individuals, or they can run 4 different unit franchisee under their area franchisee themselves. And they will also be working with schools in providing STEM education program in that particular area as well. And in terms of master franchisee, we are talking about something similar to area franchisee. The only difference is they will be taking the franchisee for the entire city, where they will be given up to 10 unit franchisee that they can run under their own purview, or they can give it to 10 other unit franchisee people. So these are the 3 models where we are talking about: unit franchisee, area franchisee, and master franchisee. If there's any questions related to this slide, I'll be happy to answer before we move on to the next slides, please.
No problem. Let's move on to the next. We will take questions at last.
The questions later. Okay, sounds very good. Nikita, can I please request you to make this screen slightly bigger so the numbers are visible, or are the numbers visible? Can we just continue?
Numbers are absolutely visible, no problem.
Absolutely visible. All right, sounds good. So we spoke about the unit franchisee. The unit franchisee price is about 18 lakhs. So this is the capex we are talking about. What the store capex they would need is anywhere between 600 to 800 square foot space is all they would require to do the robotic lab setup, because it is going to be batch by batch. The students will be scheduled to come and attend the batches. That is what the whole the training will be done. So we are talking about 1.2 lakhs in depending on the area to area. So we are talking about the max of 1.2 lakhs overall for the store capex. And then the kits for the 18 lakhs, what they will be receiving is 11 lakhs worth of robotic kits is what they will be receiving from MIBot team. We will be giving curriculum and access to our LMS portal, which is about 75,000. So the LMS portal, I'm just going to give you a brief about what our LMS portal is. LMS portal is this is more like a dashboard where you have a sign up. Every unit franchisee, area franchisee, or a master franchisee, they will be given access to a dashboard under which they can enroll. If it is going to be the number of students enrolling for batch number 1, 2, 3, they will be enrolling students under this using their registered, using their email ID and phone number, and they will be conducting courses. If the same unit franchisee is working with the school, we will give a separate set of login for them where they can list the school under the unit franchisees. The school will be given a separate access where the school can list the number of students who are going to be participating in the robotic classes, and the students' names and email ID and phone number will be listed down there. So using this, they can log into the portal, and they can access the curriculum, what they are doing currently. And the end of each courses, they also have a assessment, and which they can be taking it remotely or during the class itself. And they will also have the once completion of the assessment, they will be having the grading and the certificate sent to the franchisee, the unit franchisee team, which will be distributed to the students or the school later. So, and after the curriculum, we have the training. Our team, MIBot team, will be conducting 5-day training to the trainers, to the franchisee owners. If the franchisee owners are deploying trainers, they are going to engage trainers to do the training for their centers. We will be conducting the trainings. There is no limitation on the number of trainers they're going to bring in. The training can be online, a virtual training, or a training can be done at our office in Chennai. If the franchisee owners are from Chennai, they are willing to come into our office and take the training, we are happy to do that too. Or we can even go into their unit and conduct the training if it is within the city. So this is the training cost will be about 75,000, and the software cost, we have a specialized software that is developed in-house. The software cost is about 50K. And like any other franchisee thing, we also have a franchisee fee that we will be working on with. That is 2 lakhs is the franchisee fee, and the operating and the marketing and all the marketing expense will be about 1 lakh. And what are the other miscellaneous and what are the expenses that might occur. So overall, this is all coming up to 18 lakhs. And there will be slight difference here and there depending on the area, only in terms of the real estate space and the cost of the trainees that you hire. Other than that, this is a standard cost that you each of the partner will be incurring from the unit franchisee. When we are moving to the area franchisee, it is a 56 lakhs. Everything is almost the same as a unit franchisee. Here we are set to have about 4. So we will be having 4 different unit franchisee coming under you. In this area, apart from, you can hold on to one of the units where you can run your unit franchisee or the training center, the robotic training center yourself, or set it out to 4 different unit franchisee where it is a revenue generating model for you. So in the process of revenue generation, you will be you will be getting 18 lakhs from the unit franchisee owner, who will be taking up unit franchisee from you. And apart from that, there is a revenue share that on the regular flow of revenue month on month that the unit franchisee will be incurring, you will get a portion of the revenue as a revenue share as well. This is a similar model that is going to be operating for the master franchisee as well, where the number is slightly bigger here, where instead of 4, you will be having about 10 unit franchisee working under you. So is there any question regarding the investment and costing?
Now, I think you all can, all the viewers, I would request you to please, put all your question into the Q&A box in case if you have. Although, I mean, Archana has made it absolutely simple to understand, right? Everything is, mentioned here on the screen, but still, in case if someone have any question, you can put it there in the Q&A. Yeah. Let's move ahead.
Yeah, okay. So we are talking about, so any investment, no investor is going to be putting in their pennies. Okay. I think I see a question. When schools are running their own robotics lab, what about the unit franchising? Okay, all right. This is a very, very good question. So we will be targeting schools who do not have a robotic lab. And even if they have robotic lab, there are schools that we are currently working with where they feel that the current robotic lab is completely obsolete and it is totally not relevant to the current era. So we are doing upgradation to their current robotic lab. So in case you are a unit franchisee owner or a regional franchisee owner, area franchisee owner or a master franchisee owner, if in case you are working with a school and you are bringing in a robotic lab setup for a school. So, and the robotic lab setup, anywhere the lab setup cost starts from anywhere between 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs, depending on the strength of the school. Depending on what the capability is, the minimum investment the school would be doing to set up a robotic lab is about 10 lakhs. So if in case the franchisee partner is bringing in the school for setting up the robotic lab, you get a straight out of 15% on a conversion fee from the amount. So when we are talking about 10 lakhs as the amount that the school is going to be investing on, the partner will be getting a conversion fee of about 15%, which is in this case, it is 1.5 lakh straight out. I hope I made this clear. Is this covered? I had a previous question. Can we move to the previous question from, I'm sorry, let me go to the chat box.
Right, there is also a question related, I mean, in case if you could look into this chat option, please.
Yeah, I'm after the schools, I'm not in a position to attend the meeting. And what about the master franchises? Is that the next question? Or no, I think in the area franchisee, what is the logic behind to have unit franchisee limit to 4? So if you see, you're investing about 56 lakhs, right? Which is a subsidized price if in case you take 4 unit franchisee. We are talking about 18 lakhs as investment for a unit franchisee. And in case we are talking about 4 unit franchisee, you're going to take, it is 18 into 4, which is much higher than what you would be paying as a regional franchisee. We are giving a earning opportunity for the area franchisee owner because your investment is much higher than a unit franchisee. We are also giving you an opportunity to earn it back, not just spend that money from your pocket, but also opportunity for you to earn it back. So the reason why we have limited it to only 4 is, so we cannot keep giving you more. That is where we are having a master franchisee who will be paying much more. They are paying about 1.2 crores where the risk is more. So the limit on what they can get on return is also higher. So this is the logic behind why we have limited to only 4. And if you want to upgrade yourself at any point in time, you can always upgrade yourself by taking another 56 lakh and taking another area where your return on investment is also higher. So hope I have answered to your question. If you're still not convinced, I'm happy to answer to any more specific question of yours. Now let me move on to the next question right now. What about master franchisee? How much unit franchisee will pay to master franchisee? It is the same amount. We have, if you see, the logic behind the same thing is absolutely the same. Whether we are getting 18 lakhs from the unit franchisee as a company, or a master franchisee, they will be getting about 18 lakhs from the unit franchisee. The amount remains the same. What they get in return for running the franchisee for the number of kit or the quantity of the kit remains the same. But what makes the difference here is, as a master franchisee, you are spending much lesser. So instead of you spending 1.8 crores, you are spending only 1.2 crores, but you are getting a revenue of 1.8 crores in return, for which you also have a share of revenue in terms of there is a revenue share, when the schools are making, the unit franchisees are making money month on month, there is a revenue share of 10%. You also have a piece of the pie. So this is the reason why we have kept the limit for anything to be a certain amount, where your ROI, you have already, with only 10 numbers, you have already made more than what you have invested. And you are still having a continued revenue in this model. Is this clear?
Yep, let's move on to the next
The
question.
next question, does this model work for preschools as well? Yes. So there is no limitation as to what kind of the schools can choose what curriculum they want to opt for. We do not force them to take courses starting from kindergarten to grade 12. If the school says that it is a preschool model, we want to limit our robotic curriculum only to kindergarten to grade 2. We are still okay with giving them kits too. So when it comes to revenue conversion model here, where the commission, we are talking about the conversion model, it is if it is a complete school starting with kindergarten till grade 12, there is a minimum investment depending on the number of students, and to set up the lab, it is 10 lakhs. However, if the preschool, if there are preschools that you want to work with, and they want to buy only a specific amount of number of kits and a specific model of kit, and the whole costing is coming to anywhere between 1.5 lakhs, it is still fine. You still get to take that 15% conversion fee on whatever the sales that you have made directly to the school. So preschool models also work with us. It depends on from preschool to preschool as to what kind of kits work. In fact, the most successful model at this point to begin with would be preschools, because we have a product that is called a Wisebot, which is the most popular thing, which is a small bug kind of a product, where it will teach the students multiple. We have this is a map based learning they have, where these bug travel from one product map to another, teaching about what is in the map. Say it can be about the universe, it can be about housing system, it can be about countries, fruits, vegetables, anything that they learn in a kindergarten or a preschool stage from a book. But this is more in a robotic way, where they also learn coding using coding cards without using gadgets. So preschools work brilliantly well, because preschoolers, the parents are willing to spend a fortune on a very good preschool, which gives them a early learning, much good early learning. So preschool, reaching out to preschool will be a very successful model for unit franchisee owners, or any franchisee owners for that matter. Now let me move on to the next question. Unless you have any follow-up question, if I've not made it clear on this question, we can always have more coming up. So what is the timeline? It is validity. I'm sorry, I'm not quite understanding the question. You're talking about the validity of the program?
I think it is all about agreement period, I guess.
Agreement period for every franchisee owner. There's a we have to renew only the license year on year. Otherwise, we have it up to 3 years. We have the license for up to 3 years. Only the software, they have to renew the subscription of the software year. That is the one-time investment that they have to do year on year, which is very, very nominal. For a unit franchisee, it will be about 25,000 per subscription. And for other, it is the same thing like what we are doing, multiples of 4 or multiples of 10. This is the subscription.
To add to that, I think by the agreement period, people are also asking about the franchise agreement. For unit franchisee, it would be standard as 5 years.
Okay.
And for area developer as well as the master franchisee, it should be about, say, 10 years, if I'm not wrong. Archana, I need your input on
Nikita, we have planned to be keep it as 3 years and 5 years, because anything that comes to education, even 6 month period becomes irrelevant. So we need to
Okay.
definitely upgrade. So in education side, 10 years is too long a period for to keep the same standard of education continuing, because
Okay.
6 months down the lane, this curriculum will become obsolete. It becomes invalid. We need to keep upgrading. So we like to keep it to 3 and 5, because, and we are also working constantly on upgrading. So we will be upgrading year on year on the curriculum and training as well. So let's keep it to 3 and 5. So if that is what you're talking about, the timeline validity for unit franchisee, the franchisee agreement term will be 3. And for the higher ones, we'll keep it to 5. In any which case, we have shown improvement model of the ROI being between 6 to 8 months. So it is immaterial whether it is the validity is 3 years or more. We are able to make the ROI in less than a year. So the more, if you're going to keep the duration longer, we don't want to keep the curriculum extending for more than 3 years, because the curriculum is not going to be relevant after the second year. So we have to keep upgrading the curriculums and coming into the newer models of products, because that is the same problem with multiple other companies are facing right now, which started in robotics, and we don't want to continue with the same mistake. Right? You started robotic curriculum 3 years back. Now it's already become irrelevant. People who are doing robotic, classes, now it's become outdated. So we don't want to continue to do the same mistake. So we want to keep upgrading it. So our validity, let's keep it to 3 years and 5 years.
So Archana, I mean, so all the upgrades of your curriculum or, the virtual training program or any software, will that be auto-renewed for next 3 years or maybe 5 years, or every year I need to do that?
So just the software, it has to be the subscription. The product will remain the same. The curriculum, the software and the LMS is the auto renewal. We will be working on auto renewal.
So what all things I will have to renew?
The things that you have to renew, if we are going to bring in new products, if we are going to be bringing in new curriculum kits, that will be on a case-to-case basis. They will have to do additional purchase depending on the upgradation of the system. Otherwise,
so it is 25,000 rupee, right?
25 is a subscription for the software. We are talking about if in case from today, we are bringing in new model. After next year, we are going to bringing in new model of products.
Okay.
And we will be exhibiting with the franchisee partners. If they want to start adding new curriculum to their system, they want to upgrade with the some more new product. Then it is on case to case, price to price basis. We are not talking about. Yeah, whatever we are talking right now is based on the current product and current curriculum.
Okay.
Any more questions in the?
No, not right now. Let's move on to the next.
Sounds good. Let's move on to the next slide. So this is how our the whole product and curriculum is created. Just 1 second, just 1 second, please. I'm sorry, I need to take a 1 second break, please.
All right. So in case if someone still have any question, you please keep on putting it into the Q&A box and we will take them up. In case if you talk about the scope of robotics in India, robotics, AI, the STEM means science, technology, engineering, and math education, by the way. So the scope of robotic, AI, and STEM education in India is very strong and growing really fast. I mean, India has a huge student population and more than 1.5 million schools. And also now parents today want their children to learn the future skills like coding, robotics, the problem solving from an early age. And also the students are also, slowly adding, the schools are also, slowly adding STEM and technology-based learning educations in their overall curriculum, right? Government is, as Archana said, that government is also supporting these curriculums. A lot of uh, government programs are going on, like Atal. I think it is
At the
called
labs. Yeah.
T80 Atal Labs. Yeah.
At the
So
lab.
that is what is going on. In coming year, also the most job will require technology and analytical skills. So STEM education is no longer an option now. It is a necessity now. Yeah, isn't it?
I think I see two more questions come from Saurabh.
Yeah, why
11
not?
lakh kit is for 5 students. No, sir. So each kit, 11 lakhs kit will be spread across from kindergarten to grade 12. As if you are going to be setting up a experience center and you want to promote only from a certain class to a certain class, instead of having, if you say I have a manpower and I have the ability to manage only students from grade 5 and up, so you can choose the number of kits that you want for grade 5 and grade 6, and so you have a credit of about 11 lakhs. Within the 11 lakhs you can choose what are the kits and how many quantity you would require for your robotic lab setup. So that is an option that is given to each one of you to decide what are the quantity and quality, like what are the curriculum, like what is the standard you want and what quantity you want. And apart from that, the question is for the 5 students. Each kid at any given point in time, if you are going to have it as a group activity, we do not recommend to have, or even with schools, we do not recommend to have one kit used by more than 5 students at the same time. So this is more like 5 students doing one particular curriculum learning at any particular time. So the reason why we have restricted to 5 is this learning is more on hands-on learning. There is not much theory in it. Even the curriculum that we share on the LMS, it's only the instruction for them to know how to build the robots and how to give instruction and program them. So in that case, if we are going to have more student operating one particular kit, then the learning becomes very diluted. So we recommend not to have more than, but if you have even like 2 students doing grade 5 in your experience center or your learning center, if there is only 3 enrollment for that particular batch, like, or you have only 12 enrollments and you have 5 to 6 kits already, then you can say that 1:3. You can decide on how many students you want to give one kit to. The lesser the number, the learning is much higher. And we will be providing you with 36 hours to 40 hours curriculum for each of the classes. And if you want more curriculum, saying that we want to increase it to twice a week classes instead of once a week class, we'll be able to give you those kind of curriculums also. So to answer straight to your question again, it is not 5 students. 11 lakhs is a credit that you will be holding. You can decide to have which classes you are going to service to and how many kits you would need for those classes. Apart from the 11 lakhs, if you want additional kit also, you can always purchase additional kit on a subsidized price. Because once the capacity becomes higher, you might need more kits to service to the students. That is also doable. I guess I have answered.
Yeah, done. Sure.
Yeah. So
Let's move on
yeah,
to
this
rest of the
slide,
slides quickly.
yeah, this slide is mainly about, we have a patent, the software. The reason why you will be paying a subscription for the software is we have a patented software called Drag and Drop, in which the coding becomes very, very easy and simple for learning. Like I said, the reason why I said you don't need to have a tech background or educational background to train the students is because in our LMS portal, we are giving a very, very easy way of training students, where everything, all the coding is pre-coded and they have to just do a drag and drop of the codes. And in case the students are wanting to see, this is, for example, we have something like a car, and the programming is done saying the car is moving from point A to point B, and it is taking a U-turn and coming. This is the basic program they have given. If this is already giving them option for it to go zigzag, go straight, make a U-turn and all that. Apart from that, if the student is saying, I want the car to also go straight and make a 360 wheeling. So this is not already there in the drag and drop. We have a separate chat box column where using Python code, the senior students can also do the coding. We also help it is pretty straightforward in our LMS portal itself, in the chat box itself, that they can also use a Python code and do the program the way they want the robots to work. So we are also creating creativity for the students to work on. It is not just, go with the curriculum, go with what is presented in front of you. We also give opportunity for the student to work on their creativity as well. So this is our patent applied software, which is drag and drop, which makes it very, very easy for student to do the learning on the coding and development part. Let's move on to the next one, unless we have any further questions. So this is the curriculum overview. These are some products. This is how the products will be given. And we will be giving real-time scenarios also. So if in case we are talking about a product which is moving in a direction where there's a stop sign, we want that car to stop at the stop sign. These are all pre-coded. These are some of the curriculum where they also learn real-life scenarios along with learning robotics. I think we can move on to. So these are some of the kit overview we are talking about. These are the first one, the bug is what I spoke about. This is for the kindergarten, where it moves in a map and teaches about the map. And Imran has visited our office. I think the bug is his most favorite robo of all time. He spent nearly about 20 minutes learning about it and playing with it. This is what we use in our kindergarten level, where they also learn about what is in the map. Apart from that, we have something called coding cards. Using the coding cards, the kindergarten students instruct and code. They learn coding to give instruction for the bug to move in the direction that they want them to move. So this is how it is completely programmed. And then we have multiple other kits. The 2110 is for grade 1 and 2. And because each of these courses for all the kids are starting from, like, there are some kits that offers about 60 courses, some offers 90 courses, some offers 30 courses, etc. So in these courses also, we have segregated from the kit based. We have segregated saying class wise and intensity wise. So the students do not feel repetitiveness in the learning, and they don't feel bored about, this is exactly what I learned last year too. So there is completely different. The products might look similar, but what they learn out of each of the product and how they learn is very, very different. So there is no repetitiveness and there is no slack in learning too. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, these are some more kits. These are some advanced kits that we will be using for grade 5, 6 and all above. Yeah, these are some of the kit overview we have. So this is pretty much how a robotic lab setup can look like. Again, we can help you with the as to how the visuals should look, but we'll leave it to the owners to decide as to how they want. We don't give a standardization as to this is exactly how the robotic lab should look, but we are happy to assist in saying that these are the ways that it should look, and it will be ideal to have a robotic lab that looks like this. But there is nothing mandatory. Yeah, these are how the experience centers will look like. So
yeah, we can skip all this.
Yeah, for the model, I think it's although Archana has explained the entire workout between the franchise partner and the brand really well, But just to make it official, the franchise model that the brand is going ahead with is FOFO, franchise owned, franchise operated. So in this case, all the roles and responsibilities to set up the outlet, buying the kit, tying up with the schools, running the operations, bearing the operational expenses, hiring the staff would be a sole responsibility of the franchise partner. However, MIBot will be there to train the staff. If there are many number of trainers, then there is an additional cost which can be discussed later on. But yeah, the model is purely FOFO model. Okay, these are the standard terms as I explained under FOFO. So owning, renting out a property, paying a lease deposit over the property, store setup, IT POS, branding expenses, franchise fee, store insurance, if any. Inventory in this case would be the kits, operating expenses, local level marketing. If at all you're giving any discounts to your customers, logistics to bring in the kits. All these expenses will be sole responsibility of the franchise partner. Centralized level marketing can be done by MIBot if they wish to. Payout to the franchise partner would be the gross margin over the courses. Agreement term, as we discussed, for a unit franchisee, it would be 3 years. For area developer and master franchisee, it would be 5 years. And renewal terms of the agreement can be discussed at the time of the renewal. Yeah. Archana, I would request you to take up this slide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Nikita. That
Sure.
was quite a good explanation about the model, the FOFO model, and the STEM program. STEM program is where you conduct after school or even within the school timing as part of the curriculum. Where external team like the franchisee team goes and conducts STEM program for the school for a fee, collecting directly from the students or the see, apart from the robotic lab setup, most cases the schools will say we don't have the bandwidth or the financial ability to set up, spend about 15 lakhs to conduct to develop a robotic lab. However, we are open to the idea that the students are going to be learning robotics as long as individuals, teachers, the students bring in the pay out for these courses. They call out for enrollments through the students. So in this case, STEM education program, we recommend the franchisee partner to not work with any school with less than 100 student minimum guarantee. When I say 100 student minimum guarantee, this is across the classes. So in grade 5, there can be 20, in grade 6, there can be 20, grade 7, 20. All put together 100 students, and where you can charge anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 per student per month. So this itself is a good revenue model to bring in. And for a school with a bigger volume, 100 student minimum for a robotic class is not a big deal. But however, we also leave it to the franchisee owner to decide whether 1,000 rupees is a viable amount for that particular school. If this is going to be a school, matriculation school or an aided school, where you might not be able to bring in students for that capacity, but if the school is willing to give volume, say about 300 students, but get the pricing down, is also fine. The STEM education program is specifically for you to go to the school and conduct the classes during school hours. So that way you will have two streams of revenue apart from your robotic lab, where which in case where the robotic lab, only the classes can be conducted only after school or during weekend, but the kids can be put to use during school hours while conducting these STEM education program within the school hours for the students. This is the additional revenue that you can generate out of the STEM education program. And the second one is what we have been talking about throughout, the Experience and Innovation Center. That is what we've been talking about as a franchisee partner. You'll be conducting this. You'll be having your own innovation center where you'll be working with students in the locality or from anywhere. Come and attend your robotic classes. Then the robotic lab setup is also something that I had already previously talked about, where you can be our partner in converting the robotic lab, setting up robotic lab for the schools where they say we don't want to have external team come and do. We would want to have a lab set up where our teachers themselves will be doing the training. So in this case, it's a robotic lab, where in this case, you also get a conversion fee for helping set up the robotic lab. And the same way for the school channel partners, where if in case you are working on multiple different schools as a onboarding schools, this is a similar format we are talking about as a conversion fee. Is there any question related to this?
No, I think that's it. We
Okay,
have done with all the questions. Yeah.
Okay, all
Let's
right.
move
Let's
ahead.
move on. Let's move on. I think we are almost coming to the fag end of the presentation. This we have already discussed.
We already have discussed this. Yeah.
We have already discussed all this. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, the previous slide. Yeah. So this is what we are had mentioned in my previous thing. Unit franchisee, single unit. So this is what we are talking about. The investment cost we have already discussed about. Yeah. The area
Let's move on to the
franchise-
support.
Yeah, I
you
think
know.
we'll go on to the support. I think these
Right.
things we have already discussed. We have also
Yeah.
discussed this. Yeah.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
Okay. So the support we are giving about, as I mentioned, we'll be giving comprehensive training for the franchisee owners for 5 days. And like Nikita had mentioned, in case there's a retention or attrition in your staff, the staff leaves and you need us to do additional training for your new staff, we'll be happy to do the training again, but there'll be a small fee involved for the training. That can be discussed later. And marketing and promotional support will be given by us. Whatever collaterals that you need, whatever brochures that you need for representing MIBot, the products for the schools or for the area, we'll be happy to support you with all the marketing collaterals and the promotional activity through our channels as well. And the curriculum updates and new kit launch. Every time there is a curriculum update or new kit launch, we will be notifying you, and you can always, like I said, you want to integrate it part of your program, we'll be happy to integrate it as a part of your program, that with the additional fee for the new product and new curriculum as well. And centralized tech, which is the LMS portal that we are talking about. The centralized, there is a training program and all the curriculum, everything is on the LMS portal. This is for the students and for the trainers too. We have the dashboard where the teachers, the trainers can go through the curriculum, they can brush up the curriculum, and then go in for the training with the students. They can always brush up before they take the classes. And even the classes are going to be pretty straightforward. The students can learn on their own, as long as the trainers are just overviewing and then when support them when they need help. Apart from that, the curriculum is pretty straightforward. And we also would like to encourage the franchisee owners to conduct with regular competitions or something that is motivating the students, some kind of a hackathons or some kind of a robotic challenge program, which also will be supporting in the competitions. And which among the area developers, among all the across all the partners, we can conduct these kind of initiatives to encourage the students and also the owners to see which venue is doing best and how the students are learning better. This also gives us an understanding as to if the students are learning, they are going in the right path. So these are some support and training that is given from our end. If there's anything additional, we are always there. Any additional questions you have, additional support you need, we're always there to support and help you have a successful training center. That is the core motive of our thing, is not just to have a business model. We also want to be successful in conducting this business model and also making our vision, which is to make the students robust to the robotic program. That is what our core motive is. So anything to support the franchisee owners to upgrade themselves or train the students better, or to make a better program and make our curriculum reach the students or the last learners in a better way, we are happy to support and give in our best. Okay, now, why should you choose MIBot over so many other competitors in the market? First thing is the quality of products that we have. I would definitely say we have the most superior products, well-trained staff, and our curriculum is so the products can be bought from multiple different competitors, but not everybody has robust curriculum the way we are having, and the training and support is really to the last mile. We kind of give the training and support, and we are always there to support the our partners. This is not just like I said, this is not just a business initiative. This is a moment to take robotics to every student and make our future India and the students to be tech tech savvy. This is what our model is, and we have proven curriculum. The curriculum is developed in-house, and we keep upgrading our curriculum. So like I said, we keep upgrading our curriculum, so there is no slack in the industry versus education system. It doesn't. We make sure that there is always something new that the students learn, and we are giving multiple revenue options for you. It is not just one thing that you stick on to this one revenue path. We are talking about multiple revenue options for you, and we are giving you latest technology in terms of product and in the curriculum as well. And CSR is one of our the most sought out initiative. With a CSR initiative, we strongly work with a lot of corporates in making them adopt schools, local schools, government schools, where they adopt school and inculcate, they adopt a robotic program and spend on creating robotic labs for those aided schools or matriculation schools. So this is one revenue model where you reach out to any corporate companies. The corporate companies will be happy to adopt local schools, identify local schools, where we are also bridging the gap between education and what can be done to the society. It not only gives you a revenue path, also gives you a strong satisfaction in terms of helping the society and the schools, local schools, supported with the technology part. So this is one area where we strongly work with our franchisee partner, and we kind of encourage them to work if they have any contacts with corporates in helping schools get adopted by these corporate through CSR fund. We'll be working on that lines as well. And empowering students with career options is something that we will be working in the future as well. So these are some areas why you have to choose us. And I think this is similar to what we have already discussed, but I'm not going to go in details. It is a future ready curriculum, and we have flexible and customized learning. Like I said, if the car has to be done by the student, it doesn't have to the student does not have to always follow the module step by step. They can also bring in their creativity. As long as the wheels are in the bottom and the controllers are in the right place, the car can look like anything. We kind of encourage creativity among the students. We don't have it's not a one size fit all. We have customizable curriculum, learning modules, and and the training powered by industry experts. All the trainings that we are giving is powered by industry experts, and we bring in people from the industry is from different walks, and also sometimes support the students in having talks, empowerment program, and these are something that we can work in the future as well. And the certificate, every educator will be certified. The trainers are not just trained, they also, only if they are certified by us after the 5-day training program, they are eligible to conduct the trainings with the franchisee. So we make sure that only certified programs are conducting trainings at your centers. And the proprietary D&D software, that is we can proudly say that we are the only ones who have created a patent applied D&D software, and ours is completely affordable solution for schools and every institution. So, and we have reliable back-end support, and diverse business and expansion opportunity. Like I said, doesn't have to be a single field. It is diverse, where we are eventually training the students for the future of industries. That's what the differentiation is. And the franchisee requirement is again already been stated, and Nikita also clearly mentioned it already from the slide. I think we can skip the slide unless or keep it for a few seconds. We I keep saying this, our potential collaborators are anyone who are interested in having a business opportunity in the educational space and tech space are our potential collaborators. As long as you have the fire and the urge to work in this industry and make a difference to the learning curve and also make revenue for yourself, they are our potential collaborators. There is no differentiation in that. And I think we have discussed in length about all this. Apart from this, I think we'll open for question and answer. We have nothing much to discuss further on the presentation part. I think we can go on to the question and answer if there are any. Bharat, over to you.
Right, thank you so much, Archana. I think we probably have covered almost everything, but I still believe that we might have a lot of questions. So my request is is to please get in touch with Imran. Imran, could you please share your number in the chat box? So if anyone want to have further discussion, know more about the opportunity, I mean, you can get in touch with Imran. Imran is handling this expansion. And yeah, he's gonna arrange a call with Archana, and you all can have all the clarity. Yeah. So yeah, so I mean, Imran has shared his number. It is 8122322711. I think that's it for the day. We probably have answered almost all the questions. I think that's it for the day. Thanks so much, Archana, for coming here today, talking about
Thank
this
you,
great
Bharat. Thank you for the
opportunity.
opportunity. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I align that in the future,
Thank you.
most careers, whether it is in engineering, it is healthcare, manufacturing, IT, or even creative field, will require some understanding of the technology, automation, and the data. Right. So the early exposure of these technology, helps the student become confident, career ready, and adaptable. Right. So, and also, I mean, due to the this rising demand and the limited organized player, I mean, this kind of brand can really play a great role. You, as an franchise, you also have great opportunity. This is a futuristic point of view. This is a great opportunity. This is a future fit. And absolutely, a good opportunity for tier 1, 2 cities. Right. So, yeah, so anyone is interested can get in touch with Imran, and Imran is going to help, further for arranging the call. So I think that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks so much,
Thank you so much.
Imran, Nikita, for helping me drive this webinar. And thanks so much, Archana, for coming here today. That's it. Thanks a lot.
Sure, Bharat. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
look
Thank
forward
you.
to connecting with every one of you and working together as a team.
Thanks.